generic American living here in Europe, and I'm here living my American dream of having health care. Thank you. Nailing it, yeah. And I don't know how to date here. I don't know how to date in Berlin. Like, I tried online dating, and holy shit, I hate online dating. I hate it, hate it, hate it. And here is why. Like, I cannot get a vibe online. You can't really get to know someone, right? So I'm like, yeah, so I'm much more of an in-person person because I can sense the chemistry in person. So sometimes even on a night like tonight, I might sense some vibes, maybe meet some eyes from across a room and sense like, wow, like there's definitely something between us. And that something definitely could be a visa, you know? You gotta know what you want, yeah. And another issue with my dating life is a friend told me the other day, my friend said, Tera, you are a demisexual. Have you heard this term, demisexual? Yes, some of you have heard of it, some of you have not. Apparently it was described to me like this. My friend said, Tera, your problem is that you are a demisexual, which means a special term for someone who can't hook up without some amount of trust and emotional connection. And I was like, back home, we just call that not being a sociopath. I mean, this is the city of sex dungeons, and here I'm the fucking freak for having feelings? Like, what a buzzkill. And the other issue is this. Like, I come off as a very confident person, but I'm actually a very... We just had this nice fantasy that you were doing a little dinky winky in the bathroom, okay? Like, we don't want to know if it's true. I think the fantasy is better. His shirt is covered in liquid, okay? Like, beer has been spilled, legs have gone overhead, origami has been happening physically. Just trying to make connections here. Pretty sure she straddled him in the bathroom. Okay. Or maybe vice versa. It's Berlin, right? We can switch up the roles. That's cool. Okay. Thank you guys. I was just talking about my dating life since it was, not fair that I pick on you. He's like, yes, do go on. Okay. So I come off as a very confident person, but I'm not. Like I date men, right? I love the dick. But I'm curious. Like I'm curious, right? So I remember one time after lockdown, this woman was flirting with me. And she was going very hard, and I was getting very nervous. So she just looks at me, she touches my face, she goes, Tera, what are you so afraid of? And I panicked and said, ghosts. I mean, she was German, so it kind of came out like, what are you so afraid of? Eisenhowerstrasse. Yeah, it was very sad. And I don't know how to meet people either. I don't know how to meet people. I don't know how it is for you guys. Do you guys get sad in the winter? Do you get sad? Yeah, I get very sad in the winter. I can't handle it. Yeah, you get, sorry? The sky is too gray, yeah, and you come from London or England, yeah. It's hard, and I've gotten advice from friends. Who are like, Tera, you just need to make friends with your neighbor. But guys, my German neighbor is a nudist. Like, I can't talk to him about my mental health problems. He creates them. Yeah. German's laughing, that's good. Okay. I'm a weirdo in Berlin. Like, I don't fit in, I'm not a partier, I'm a very health-conscious person. I actually used to live in California, San Francisco, California. Another weird city, right? So if you think Berlin is weird, San Francisco is also a crazy city. So I remember one day I was taking the bus, and out of nowhere, this little old woman just like hits me with her cane. Yeah, she looked up at me and goes, stupid slut. I thought, how'd she know? That's cool. But yeah, I recently wanted to cleanse, and what I realized is that a Berlin cleanse is very different than a California cleanse, Like a California cleanse is you drink lemon water for 10 days, and on day 10, you eat avocado toast. Whereas a Berlin cleanse, vomiting in ecstasy for 10 days. And on day 10, you leave the club. But guys, I quit drinking, actually. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes it gets big cheers, but in Berlin, people just go, why? Why? And guys, I started off with cheap American beer. You know, basically you could see through it. Piss water, you know? It's horrible. Like the first beer I ever tried was called Natural Ice, made in Wisconsin. Yeah, not to be confused with Unnatural Ice, also made in Wisconsin, also known as methamphetamines. Very popular in Wisconsin, yeah. At least I didn't go that route, guys. Yeah, I have a dirty confession. I have a dirty confession. All this talk about struggling and dating. Guys, after 5 years of being single, I am finally dating somebody. And he's Brazilian. Yeah. He's always doing all these really sweet Brazilian things like banging me passionately. Yeah, he is so passionate though. Like our first night together, he sucked on my lips so hard, I looked like a celebrity coming on a plastic surgery. It was awesome. Yeah, but he has other love languages too, you know, more traditional ones. He's always cooking me food. But because that's his love language, he insists I finish the whole meal. So he's always shoving food in front of my face, you know? So he's always saying to me, he's like, Tera, eat, you must eat. Like, I don't know if I'm fucking a Brazilian dude or an Italian grandmother. It's confusing, you know? Oh. I'm working on myself, guys. I'm working myself. Give me a cheer if you hate your family. No? Okay. Well-adjusted people, that's fine. I blame the origin story on my dating life. So I see a therapist and she is very direct on me, which I appreciate. She tells me, you know, just how it is. I can take the feedback. But she did say to me the other day, she said, Tera, you have some avoidance tendencies. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I was like, no, I do not have avoidant tendencies. So I blocked her number. Yeah. Really hurt when she said I had a superiority complex. I was like, who, me? I'm a comedian, I have an inferiority complex. And I can confidently say that because I'm smarter than you, Mindy. Yeah, so update to that last joke, guys. Brazilian guy did not work out. Aww. It's fine, I'm a comedian, these things happen. I kept the material, guys. I kept the material. But the thing was that he was not working on himself. He was not working on himself. That's a problem for me. I need someone working on himself. He had OCD, you know, very afraid of germs, but strangely in only certain contexts. Yeah, it was very, very curious to me that we might be walking down the street and I just would want to like throw away some trash in the garbage like a normal person, and he would freak out. He would be like, oh my God, Tera, don't touch the garbage can, that has germs. But guys, an hour later, he'd put his balls in my mouth and say, babe, put your fingers up my ass. I was like, babe, that has germs. Pick a lane. I mean, I did it anyway. I'm not going to pass up an opportunity like that. What am I, crazy? Oh, it's kind of gross, isn't it? Yeah. Give me a cheer if you have kids. Who has kids? Give me a cheer if you have kids. Okay. Do you like them?
No.
No. Case in point, yeah. So I find it hard dating here too because I'm someone who doesn't want kids, right? And I have a very complex relationship with motherhood. Give me a cheer if you've ever had a mom at some point. Good, we have relatable material. So I don't have kids, and I was raised by a single mother as an only child, or as my single mom likes to call it, a surprise gift from God. Yeah, I was a Valentine's Day baby. She actually told me this. She said, Tera, one night your father just wouldn't let us use a condom. I was like, oh my God, your first boundary issue was the pregnancy. And your second boundary issue was telling me this. At age 7. So I came into the world thinking I'm not supposed to be here. So now whenever I go home, once every 8 years or so, I just make sure I show up unannounced. I just like knock on that door, I'm like, hey mom, surprise! It's your gift from God. She's like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm like, I know. You told me that, mom. It's fucked up. Yeah, she believed in honest parenting, so she couldn't tell me that Santa Claus was real. So instead, she described it to me like this. She said, Tara, Santa Claus is just a game that your daddy and I play once a year at night. And I was like, that does not make sense to me. Like, why does Santa Claus not wear a condom? Yeah, I'm a fucked up creature. I like being single. I do. There are certain things I do like about being single, but certain things I don't like. For example, I don't like vibrators. No. Hear me out. I like the feeling of a vibrator. I just don't like the sound of a vibrator. You know the sound? Don't act like you guys don't know the sound. It's an impenetrable sound. You know the sound, for all you incels out there? It sounds like this. Zzz, zzz. It's distracting. That's not a natural sound. Like, nothing in nature makes that sound except for a what? A wasp? Oh God. I was thinking of a bee, right? Yeah, and a bee, yeah. And I was like, I don't want to fuck a wasp, I don't want to fuck a bee. Makes me want to grab my allergy meds, right? But it's like not realistic, that's the point. It's not a realistic thing, right? Like, I like dildos because I like them realistic. I need them to look realistic. Oh, I need them to feel realistic. And I need them to sound realistic. Which is why I think we ought to program them to say, let's just keep things casual. It's a realistic sex toy. Dating in your 30s sucks, it sucks, you know? Like, dating in your 30s is a lot like when I book Ryanair. I am ashamed I am riding it. And yet, it was the only one available at the time.